Alright, so we got the Tales to Amaze box here. We're going to do an unboxing, but first, I want to check out the promo set for Unmatched Adventures Tales to Amaze. I've already dug into all this stuff, so it's not really an unboxing, but more of a box overview. Here we're going to have the Martians. They're pretty small, but they're really cool looking. Let's see. Take a look there. So he looks like a bunch of them. There's 8 of them, I believe. And then we got the moth tokens here. I forget what they're called. So there's a little skull on the back. But that is the moths. And then we got the foil pack that comes with it. Striking Beauty. And then energizing spray, fully charged, pretty cool, and vaporizing eye beams. So those are the foils that come with that. Set those aside and take a look at the box. So we have Tales to Amaze. Take a look at the art if we can here. It's always good to look at. Mothman on the back, bridge out ahead. Aliens on the side. So this is the side that gamers like, because they'll be able to see that if they stack it like books. Oh, let's take a look at the back actually. Yeah, let's take a look at the back. I might jumble stuff up on the inside though. So that is the back. Stop the villains. And we got the 4 characters that come with the set. Anyway, let's get to it. More lollygagging. Here's the inside. Again, art. We'll check out the art on the outside. Loveland Frog, the giant spider, and the Jersey Devil. Then we got the skunk ape, the blob, and the queen ant. And then it looks like it just repeats it on all the sides. Okay, this is really cool. This is a core rule set for Unmatched. So throughout it, you're going to have different art from different sets. So you got Volume 2 art there. You got Cobble and Fog, Volume 1. Some more Volume 1 stuff. You got Genie and Houdini. You got Beowulf versus Robin Hood. Fighting some different sets. Okay. But it just goes over your thing, so you can just have one rule book instead of bringing them all around, really. And then here's for the specifics for Tales to Amaze. It's just a fold out about each of the 4 fighters that come with it, with the set. And we also got the main manual here for Tales to Amaze. It's really cool art, and you know, it's a bigger book. Has the 6 minions, a little bit about each one, so if you want to look, you can pause it. Alright, let's take a look here. We got the contents of the box, so you know what you're getting. And then we got overview of the game, and it explains the core rules there, what that's about. The setup for the Mothman or the invader side, we'll see how that goes. Threat track, the different enemies you'll be fighting. Taking a turn as a player, the initiative track, enemy turns, and then the end of the round. And of course we get cool art all along the way. Here's the special rules for the Mothman. 2 pages, and it's really not that complicated. Special rules for the Martian invader, and that's just 1 vid, and then adding unmatched fighters and all that. And then if the game's not hard enough, you add these advanced play, but that's the rulebook list. Get right into the box. So first off, we'll grab the board and try to take a look at that here. There are 2 sides to this, 2 maps that you can play on. One here. There, we get it in the frame. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And so the Mothman, you're going to have bridges on the bridge spots, and you'll be able to go through those until they get destroyed. When they're all destroyed, then the game is over. Hopefully I'll get a playthrough of each of these for you. Let's see. And then we got the Martian invader on McMillanville, Oregon. And it's farm field. It's really cool looking. And so they'll be dropping those little Martians off the Martian invader mini, which we'll show in a little bit. We'll be dropping them off and you're trying. Again, it's similar with the 4 bridges, except there's no bridges. You have these tokens, you flip them. As each time this goes up, you'll flip one of these. If it does it 4 times, you lose. And on this other side of these will be a symbol, and you'll do the symbol on the Martians cards whenever that happens. So that is the map. And I jumbled up the box a little bit, so that's not good. So let's take a look here. Let's just look at the characters. Of course, we got Jill. We'll grab her mini first. Take a look at that. There she is. She's my favorite character in the set. And then her sidekick is stuck. I need to use a finger, not a thumb. Alright. And there she is, Daisy. And here's the dials. They go right there. Then we have her ability card, and it kind of goes along with the Hypernary Blaster and the Ultra Bionic Tonic. So Jill has the ability to switch between these 2 things, and according to each one, I'll go in detail more about the decks later, but depending on which one you are, certain things will happen. Either you'll get a bonus on your attacks, or you'll be able to heal. So depending on the cards you have, that's what you'll want to do. Melee, melee. 13, 6. Okay. And then here's your card back. And we'll just go through her cards. They're mixed up right now, so I apologize. But we're just going to gently go through them. And we'll see the duplicates, obviously. But it's really cool art for this whole set. I love it. And I think they did a really good job. We'll go through the effects and stuff individually. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do that soon. But there's Jill's deck. Since this is such a big set, I don't want to take up too much time doing this. We'll go right into Golden Bat here. And he does not have a sidekick. Here's his deck. And his ability card. So here's his ability card. He's getting +2 if he stays put. Melee, moves 3, 18 health. He's a beefy guy. And there's his health dial. And then under him, you'll see there's a spot. This holds the player initiative, or which player you are through the game. So you will remember, you just keep this in front of you. And it doesn't matter which one you are. And then the bridges also. Let me just cover that before I get into Golden Bat, since I already have them in hand. Suspension bridge, trust bridge, draw bridge, and cover bridge. Each of them will let you do certain actions when you clear the moths, the little moth things off of it. Let's take a look at his cards real quick. There's this card back. And we got Super Strength, Punch to Strike the Earth. Okay, we'll just go through these real quick. I have a habit of looking at each one a little bit more in depth, because that's usually what I do. But we'll go over these again. Each individually has separate fighters, because you can still use them in regular Unmatched games, obviously. But that is the Golden Bat, first ever superhero. Let's move right up here to Annie Christmas. Here's her miniature. She's the Mississippi River Queen. And her sidekick is Charlie. And there's his dial. Kind of poker related. And her dial, it's got the pearls. Here's her ability card. She's getting +2 if her health is lower than the opponent. Charlie's range, so that's nice. 14, 8 health. There's the card back. And here's some of her art and cards. Let's go through them real quickly here. It'll be important to keep Charlie alive, it seems, with her, because she does some healing, she does some other things. Charlie has some nice cards that only he can do, so you want to keep Charlie alive and use him near the first half of the game, it seems. At least that's from what I've seen, that's what you want to do. And you'll see there's a little bit of room there. You can actually keep these tokens and the alien tokens in that space, and there's one over here under Jill. And then I got these are double-sided. This octagon keeps track on the board of the threat level, so that'll go there and keep track of that. And then the other ones are for depending on which game board you're playing on. These are for the Mothman, and then you flip it over and it is the aliens. So these are the ones that come in the actual game, and these are the promos. So if you don't want to use these tokens, you can use these, which are more fun to have little aliens on the board. 2 Teslas. Look at his mini. He might have the coolest mini out of these ones. I know a lot of people wanted Tesla in the game, so happy for them. Let's take a look here. He's got, here's his health dial. And then he's also got these. These are going to be the tokens he has. They flip, and there's coils. They charge, and then they discharge. So that's the charge side. The other side's discharge. Nikola Tesla. Ranged, 14 health, movement of 2. It's really good that he's ranged. And then his ability, he's going to be able to deal people damage with his coils, essentially. And at the end of its turn, charge 1 coil. There's his card back. Let's take a look at his cool cards. He's got really nice looking, beautiful art. Let's get to it, though. Be on the lookout for that card. That's a really good one. Alright, so that is Tesla. Let's move right along. Now, I want to take a look here at the main minis, and then hopefully you can just keep them in mind. Here's the Mothman mini. He's got the translucent wings. I don't think I'll be painting this guy. I'm going to leave him as is. Moths are gray, right? And then we'll take a look here. This comes apart, and it fits in that little slot, but it snaps on pretty easy. You just find where it lines up, push it in, there it is, and stands up no problem. And it's pretty cool looking. I love it. That's I prefer fighting against him over the Moth. I just like the idea of a generic character rather than a specific one. Same with the minis. So I like the ant and the blob more than the Jersey Devil. But they're hexagon shaped, so you can tell them apart from your actual sidekicks. These are you're going to choose 3 of them. I played in 3-player games, so we chose 3. But depending on how many people you have in the game. And the spider, and here's the skunk ape. He's kind of hard to tell. Hopefully you knew who the frog was, the ant, the Jersey Devil, and the blob. Okay, there's a little spot for him there. Here's the dial for the Mothman. So you're going to set it to 10 health per fighter. So if it's 1v1, he's going to have 10 health. If it's 4 people, he's going to have 40 health. At least that's how I understand it. And then this doesn't fit in here that great. It's really a tight squeeze. I don't know if that's a me problem. We got aliens peeking down from the bottom. But that's their dials. There. Quickly look at these dials. Here's the skunk ape. And those all fit right here, which is nice. The Jersey Devil. The tarantula. The Loveland frog from Ohio. The blob. The classic blob. You can see theater thing there. That's kind of fun. And the queen ant. So those go there. And then here's those tokens I was talking about. They go on the Martian board, and you flip them, and then they have symbols that do different effects on the cards, and you'll see here when I take a look at that. And then here's the initiative cards. They, so you'll shuffle them together and then flip them one at a time, revealing them, and that's who takes their turn. So player 1 would take their turn, the Martian Invader would take their turn, Jersey Devil, and so on. And so there's some for all of them, and different things that each do something different. These are amazing events. If you're finding it not challenging enough, you can put these in there, and they add a little bit of a challenge to the game. So they're fun. Kind of reminds me of in Thunder Road, another game that Restoration did. They have these road event things that kind of do something similar. Let's take a look here at the card backs as we go along. Here is the Martian Invaders card back, and then the different cards that they have. Spend a little bit more time on these because I'm not going to do, well, maybe I will do an individual one on the, yeah, I think I will. But still, we'll take our time. So that is one of the main bad guys you fight, and then you also, the other main hero bad guy you fight is the Mothman, obviously, on the other side in Point Pleasant. And look at that, they got a feint. That's a cool looking feint, huh? And again, it's got the boost values. It's got how many are in the deck, but there's an attack and a defense. You'll flip it when you attack with them or when you're defending against them. But Overwhelming Dread, Deception, Overwhelming Dread. See, they got a couple of each. Jersey Devil. There's the card back for the Jersey Devil. This one has some pretty cool looking art. And the Loveland Frog. He's my favorite. He's pretty weak, it seems, but he does start hopping around and doing a lot more, but he's got low attack, I guess you could say. He still could be a problem if you let him go. And this blob will be running around the board leaving blob tokens, and I'll show those here in a moment after I show the spider, because the spider is also leaving tokens. The blob tokens deal a damage, and then the spider tokens make you stop. So there's the tarantula. That's pretty sweet looking art. Look at that, people hanging up in the webs and down. That'd be frightening. I was watching a movie as a kid. I shouldn't have watched it because it scared me. 8-legged freaks. And it's all about spiders attacking this like Arizona town or something. The Ant Queen. Look at that, a flying ant. Savage Swarm. Each of these characters will have a card called Deception. And when that is activated, it can't be canceled and they reshuffle their deck. It's a 0 attack, 0 defense. So sometimes you can manipulate that, and that's nice. I meant to show the tokens. I will in a minute. Skunk Ape. He can be pretty powerful against sidekicks, so that's interesting with this card. And that's it for those cards. Let's take a look here at the last thing, I believe, for this game. I'll give a quick rundown of my thoughts. You have the spider webs here, and you have the blob damage tokens, and they just stay on the board too, if I'm playing the game right. So, as far as this game goes, I think that this is right up my alley because I like playing alone, and the possibilities are going to be endless with the heroes that you can use to fight against this guy or these two characters, and the variability of the characters also. So between those two things, I think this set is a must-have for Unmatched players, and I think it's a good introductory set too. You know, there's so many different ways to play it now. You could just play on the boards, 1v1, 2v2, or free-for-alls, or you can take it up, take a team against the Mothman or the Martian Invader. So give this set a 10 out of 10. I'm glad I got it before my big move so that I can play some solo games in Unmatched with whatever character I want. So I hope you enjoyed the unboxing, rather the box overview, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
So that is Tales to Amaze, and I think it's a great set. Perfect for new players, so you can help introduce them for people that want to solos, people that can't find friends, or someone that wants to play with at the time. Perfect for that. I think it's a great set. Probably one of the best sets. Each of the four characters that come in the set are all fantastic and balanced very nicely if you're worried about that. And then because you can scale the difficulty, that's a very nice feature also in the game. So you never just learn the game and just beat it every time, because you have those events, amazing events, and then you can also just add more monsters, more health, and really challenge yourself. And then, of course, you can play with different characters from different previous Unmatched sets, which will also help the variability out as well and the replay value. So I give this set a 9 out of 10. And the only gripes I would have are pretty minor. I wish some of the cards on the enemy stuff made you move a little bit more, and um, that's probably the main thing. I'd also say that some of these um, sometimes there's each of the enemies, so the Mothman and the alien invader, sometimes it feels a little bit bland, like they could have played a little bit more into what each of those characters are, especially the Martian invader, like maybe play into abducting more rather than just the card name. Maybe it does something a little bit more, does something a little bit more than just move and attack. But they do have the sidekicks that add a little bit, and each of the sidekicks is different enough from each other. You got the Loveland Frog that's weaker, but can become a problem if you let him be. The ant stuff gets shuffled into the initiative deck, and Jersey Devil messing with your own deck. Skunk Ape is stronger against sidekicks usually. So with those things, I would say um, that helps that out a lot. But as a whole, it's a pretty good set, and beautiful production, and the guys that pitched it to Restoration, Dirtle Games, they did a great job um, helping this set come to be. So I'm glad I got my hands on it. As you know, I play solo games a lot, so this is perfect. My favorite game now is a solo mode. So hope you go check it out. Go check it out on Restoration Games website and buy yourself a copy soon. I know that people got pre-orders for it and stuff, or will be getting pre-orders for it here in a month or so, or within a couple months. So people can get their hands on it, and then you'll be able to order from Restoration then.